Your teeth were never designed for soft bread, mashed potatoes, yogurt, and drinks with straws. For almost all of human history, every meal was a workout. Tough roots, dry meat, hard nuts, seeds that fought back. If your jaw wasn't sore, you probably hadn't eaten enough. And yet, here's the strange part. Ancient humans didn't have dentists. They didn't have toothpaste. They didn't have braces, fillings, or electric toothbrushes humming away twice a day. Yet many ancient skulls show surprisingly healthy, straight teeth. So, what changed? The answer involves chewing muscles stronger than yours have probably ever been. Bacteria that completely rewrote human mouths, one tiny farming revolution that accidentally destroyed our teeth, and a modern diet so soft that your own jaw may have grown differently because of it. And once you see it, you'll never look at your smile or your lunch the same way again. Let's start with a world where dentists simply couldn't exist. If you're standing in Africa 100,000 years ago, the idea of a dental appointment would sound completely ridiculous. Not because people loved tooth pain, but because there wasn't anyone to make an appointment with in the first place. If a tooth broke, it stayed broken. If it became infected, your body either handled it or it didn't. That sounds terrifying, but here's the twist. For most hunter gatherers, cavities were surprisingly rare. Not impossible, just rare. Archaeologists examining thousands of prehistoric skeletons consistently find that early hunter gatherers had far fewer cavities than people living after agriculture spread. How? Because the bacteria causing tooth decay have one favorite thing: sugar, not just candy, any easily digestible carbohydrate, bread, rice, cooked grains, sticky starches. Those foods hardly existed for most of human history. Instead, ancient humans ate wild meat, fish, nuts, roots, berries, and fibrous plants that demanded constant chewing. Imagine every meal being closer to beef jerky than soft white bread. Your jaw never got a day off. And that constant chewing did something fascinating. It acted like nature's toothbrush. Rough, fibrous foods scraped away much of the sticky plaque before it had time to build up. No mint flavor, no whitening toothpaste, just dinner cleaning yesterday's dinner. But food wasn't the only difference. Your face was different too. Look at ancient human skulls, and something immediately stands out. Their jaws look massive, not cartoonishly huge, just powerful. That's because bones respond to stress. Lift weights, and your muscles adapt. Chew hard food for 20 years, and your jaw develops differently too. Modern children often grow up eating foods soft enough to cut with a spoon. Ancient children spent years chewing things that fought back. Their chewing muscles pulled harder on growing bone, encouraging wider jaws with more room for teeth. That's one reason wisdom teeth often fit comfortably in ancient skulls. Today, millions of people have them surgically removed because there simply isn't enough space. Ironically, the problem may begin long before the wisdom teeth appear. Our diets changed faster than evolution could keep up. Then came farming. Around 12,000 years ago, humans made one of the biggest lifestyle changes in history. We stopped chasing food and started growing it. It sounds like progress, and in many ways, it absolutely was. Farming supported larger populations, permanent villages, and eventually cities. But your teeth paid a price. Grains became daily meals, bread became common, stored carbohydrates fed entirely new communities of mouth bacteria. Plaque increased, cavities exploded. Archaeologists can actually watch this happen in the fossil record. Skeletons from farming communities consistently show more tooth decay than the hunter gatherers who lived before them. In other words, civilization didn't just build houses, it also built cavities. Of course, ancient humans weren't immune to dental problems. Teeth still cracked. Some wore down dramatically after decades of chewing gritty food contaminated with tiny particles of stone from grinding tools. Infections still happened, and without antibiotics, they could become life-threatening. So ancient mouths weren't perfect. They were simply dealing with different problems than ours. Here's the part that surprises most people. Modern dentistry is incredible. It has saved countless lives and prevented enormous amounts of pain. But many of the problems dentists treat every day are connected to lifestyles that barely existed for most of human evolution. Ultra processed foods, sugary drinks, constant snacking, soft diets. Our mouths evolved for one world and now live in another. So, why didn't ancient humans need dentists? The honest answer is sometimes they absolutely did. They just didn't have them. What they did have was a diet that naturally reduced cavities, jaws strengthened by lifelong chewing, and mouths adapted to a world before refined carbohydrates became everywhere. Their lives were harder, their medicine was almost non existent. But when it came to teeth, nature gave them an advantage that many of us quietly lost. The next time you bite into something soft enough to barely chew, remember this. Your ancestors spent hundreds of thousands of years exercising the muscles that shape your face every single day. Your toothbrush is modern, your dentist is modern, but your teeth are still expecting the Stone Age.